Good morning, folks. We've got several space weather things we're watching at the moment. There will be some seismic coverage, some eye candy from space, more cosmology shenanigans, and a reminder of the compound disasters that unfold during the Earth catastrophe cycle. The last 24 hours on our star continued the solar flare production. Luckily, they continue to be impulsive flares with little to no CME ejecta from them. We have the corona holes incoming from the left there, the big dark patches, and the corona holes are flanked by plasma filaments instead of sunspots. Big one ahead of the southern opening here. There's also one incoming behind the corona hole. Hopefully that big one remains stable today. Up north, there is a moderate-sized filament coming into the south of the corona hole, so even without sunspots, we'll continue to be on watch through the weekend. We are also in an earthquake watch due to those corona holes. We've seen a good bit of pressure release the last few days. Hopefully we don't get anything bigger. However, the factors are there and in play. Speaking of which, top quake of the last day was a 6.3 in Vanuatu. This part of the world luckily handled those better than most. But I'm also taking note of a swarm occurring in the Gulf of California, which is actually in Mexico, and I'm hoping those are not foreshocks. We've got eyes open. Shifting to our eye candy, this is N79, a cluster in the Large Magellanic Cloud that was scoped here roaring to life with baby stars by the James Webb Space Telescope. Its infrared looks helped reveal the dusty details. Do you guys remember a few days ago when we shared this article asking if the universe was younger than astronomers believe? And we said they don't really have a clue and they're all over the place. Enter this, a team suggesting they have several lines of evidence that the universe is much older, taking it from around 14 billion years to nearly 27 billion years old. I repeat, they are all over the place. Last but not least, nothing technically new here, but an excellent reminder and a very thorough analysis. During the Mono Lake event about 36,000 years ago, we not only had the geomagnetic excursion, but a major Heinrich event in ice rafting, and as is confirmed here, major volcanic upticks at the time, super eruption. That's the danger of these cycle events: weak magnetic field, extra radiation, major climate shifts, and volcanoes. Next several years are going to be fun. We greatly appreciate your support. We'll do this all again tomorrow, right here, right now at 6 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun.
I gotta come up with a creative way. So DJ, I'm about to kill this for you.
Here we go.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
I flip flows you can't imagine. I break down your style in the fragment.
Listen, this year I'm at the top of the class. I need all the wins, and it's time to run it up. Yeah, you know. It don't end, I gotta get a no count quiz. Master out, put the pedal to the gotta keep on moving, no matter how hard it gets. Better move out the way, 'cause I'm coming with hard it hits. Minutes as hard as a brick. Here we go. At the top of the class, I know you might get knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Yeah, you know. You maxed out.
You might get knocked out.
Better move, you might get knocked out. I need all the wins on the road, and it's time to run it up. Yeah, you know. Gotta keep on moving, no matter how hard it gets. On the road, here we go. Better move out the way, 'cause I'm coming with hard it hits. My hit is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out. Here we go. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. On the road, better move, you might get knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. My heart on my sleeve, strap, shield my greed. That's how I get it. Success ain't no given. Some days I don't eat, I don't sleep. When I'm focused on dangerous, down on it when I'm anxious. Ain't no limit till I plank. I'm running on fumes. The opposition don't amaze. The roads racing through the pavement. Get your hands out of my bag. I know that's because I've been in it. Underneath the bag. I guess that's what happens when you taking care of your business. But some family, you do the math. I'm out of my pocket. Houston, we got a problem. I ain't perfect, let them watch me elevating. Got them knocks, 'cause I'm the pilot in the cockpit. Nose diving in the house and whoo. Here we go. Watch how I get it here. Watch how I get it here. Watch how I get it here. Watch how I set it up. Bet you I set it down. Watch how I get away. I don't think they really want to come against the one that got a finger run up in on a grenade. I ain't never been the way you think you compare to my line, but they want to rock a cage. I need all the wins. Here we go. Ain't no angles, I gotta get a no call to quit. At the top of the class, on the road. Gotta keep on moving, no matter how hard it gets. And it's time to run it up. Yeah, you know. Better move out the way, 'cause I'm coming with hard it hits. My hit is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. Better move, you might get knocked out. I need all the wins.
seriously, aliens live in Stonehenge.
Says the guy who pays for cable internet with slower uploads.
Frontier
flavor is being brought to the S&P. Look at this, man. 5-hour chart. We have got all-time highs happening in this, and people are shorting the life out of the S&P, and they are paying the price for it, okay? Of course, that's all been brought onto the idea of Netflix. So if you have a look at Netflix, you can see in out-of-hours markets, this bad boy has gapped up to $540 a share from $491. That is a beastie move by Netflix. So that's good news right there. So the marketplace is somewhat optimistic right now, okay? All-time highs. Bonds are being purchased across the board. It's even happening in the Eurozone as well. Check this out. Where was it? Where did I see my article on the Eurozone? Here we, yes. Okay, no, it's not there anymore. But the article was talking about yesterday when we were saying that US government or US corporate companies are picking up government bonds because they're thinking that they're getting it on the cheap, okay? Same thing's happening in the euro right now, hence why euro in principle is rising up, but the dollar will always succeed. Why? Because the rates of the dollar are a little bit more lucrative and everywhere, well, compared to everywhere else. Anyways, so let's just get with the flavor and have a look at our dearly beloved BTC. 5-hour time frame. Let's just go into the daily chart just for a minute from our holders. Okay, so we've had ourselves a nice little pumpleur to the upside. Happy days, not really clearing anything, okay? Now, when I talk about the daily time frame, I'm making reference to all the holders because they're going to look at the chart once, all right? Hypothetically, they'll look at it once. If you're a holder and you're looking at the charts every 5 minutes, you, my friend, are either concerned with your capital investment or naturally inside of you, you might be a day trader. You don't know, you know? How many of you are scalpers? How many of you are swing traders? All right? If you don't identify the kind of trader you are, then you're going to keep coming to the charts and putting out false pretensions on what price could do next. You're looking at it thinking, oh my God, it's going to go down. You know, you should only look at this based on the time frame that you are trading, okay? If you're a day trader holder, you're only looking at the daily or the weekly. Quite frankly, if you go over to the weekly time frame on BTC, we've had ourselves a little bit of a problem. Do you remember the Golden Cross? Do you remember that story? We go back to last week's live stream when we were talking about the Golden Cross and everyone's all happy days for it. Yeah, they're fucked. Straight up. That Golden Cross is hope, giving people hope, all right? They see it, they run to the charts. It's just happened. Buy, buy, buy. They ain't buying on the way down. They're buying on the way up, and that's the problem. They're given this idea, oh my God, the Golden Cross. Well, let's be honest now. That bad boy is on its way down. We anticipated the move down on the weekly, all right? So you've always got to be mindful. If it looks easy and you've Googled, listen, right? You go onto Google and you type in Bitcoin news and someone says, Bitcoin to the moon. How easy is that? You think they're going to make it so easy for you to make a penny or two? Nah. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to happen. That's the harsh reality of this game. When you're appealing to the masses and you're saying to them, this is happening here, well, it's the opposite. And, you know, I'm hoping that we're all kind of savvy to it. But people that are new to the game of trading or even investing, they're prone to that. That's why they still do it, okay? Now, Bitcoin's at the weekly 13 EMA, okay? A close below this will be a problem for us because momentum will start to pick up steam, all right? So for my holders, you want to be very mindful. You are in an accumulation zone right now on Bitcoin, okay? Some of you might be thinking, what the hell? Accumulating from that point? Yes. Remember, if you go in and load up your whole investment right here, you're going to see a bit of pain. That's why we always advocate the 20, 20, 20, 40 rule. That's Jesse Livermore, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who Jesse Livermore is, get acquainted to it. You know what? I'm not going to do a live tonight, guys. I need to rest my voice because every time I do a live, it screws me over, okay? So I'm going to give you everything that I can in today's live stream because I need to rest this voice, all right? So 20-20-40, that's what we're looking for. Now, let's just go into some day trading situations on BTC. So what have we got going off? Well, last night for the Platinum members, we saw a bit of success. We projected out Euro, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and all three came through. So Euro, we anticipated a bit of a retrace down, but projected to go to the 1.08647 zone in Asian session last night. We go into Euro, and Euro's doing some numbers, man. They sure came in through. So here was the actual setup itself. If we go back to the 15-minute time frame, or that was 5-minute time frame, look back and you can see the green vector candle region is what I expected them to come back into inside of this range right here. And then they managed to just come up and sweep the whole range and even go into even more movement to the upside. Now, remember, we've got news coming out because data came out today for the Eurozone. Somewhat a bit of a promise, but not. You can see that German manufacturing PMI came in higher than what they expected, and the German flash came in lower than what they expected, but it's below 50. So there's a contraction in the manufacturing sector. And you always want to focus on the German flash PMI rather than the French, okay? Rolling on from that, the pound itself saw a little bit of success with an expansion on the flash PMI, but still below 50 on the manufacturing PMI reading again. It's actually below 50, so that's a bit of a problem for us. But we've got the dollar's turn, okay? The dollar will be releasing its own PMI in the next half an hour, so that's going to be very important for us. Could Euro be preparing to pull a dirty number? Now, Euro is aggressively up by a lot, 0.66%, okay? So take that into consideration, guys, because we are heading into a very interesting zone with Euro, given how fast the move is to the upside. Remember, think of Forex in terms of value. How many euros can I pick up on the back of a strong dollar? Okay? And you go over to the dollar dominance itself, you will come to understand that dollar right now is heading into a very interesting zone and is closing off the gap right inside this area. There could be a gap that they close, which is a massive area of support. So be prepared for the V-shaped plays with the euro and dollar in principle. Okay? Now, with that being said, quickly going back into this post, we have a look, and this was our Bitcoin projection from last night. We anticipated that this structure here, so following from yesterday's live stream where we caught the low of the day, it reversed back up, it came back down. We expected them to come back up into the 40,179 region. We go back into Bitcoin and we see that they actually cleared that zone. Happy days, there's your little structure. W formation right there, rise up, retrace W formation, shift out, hit the projection, 40,223, ended up being the price point that we saw. And then we go over to Ethereum as well, and we see Ethereum came to look at this for despicable nature. Check this out. Target was 2,264 for Ethereum, okay? Now look at this. Look at that for a target. I don't like to boast about it, but for fuck's sake, look at this. What a rejection. What a rejection at that point, and then just ripped it to the downside. Unbelievable, okay? You don't always get them like that. It's not always like that, ladies and gentlemen. That for me was a fluke, okay? But you look left, principally, we're trading back into the vectors, okay? So just take, what the hell is going on here? I always get this sound on my computer, and I have no idea what it is. Where are you? Bloody thing keeps on ringing away on my live streams, man. It gets frustrating when I don't know what it is. Anyways, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the chart right now and understand what we've got moving forward. Okay, so Ethereum's coming down. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame to understand where we are. All right, here we go. So let's get rid of this. What have we got? Ethereum. Right, so we've got this downwards move, so I would be very, very cautious today because it looks like cryptocurrency is preparing for something. Now, we have got these imbalance zones right here that we need to be mindful of, but we need to go into the higher time frames to understand what the deal is, okay? Now, psychologically, where are people's interests at? So inside of this range right here, you've got Ethereum. This is an interesting point for Ethereum. We go over to Bitcoin, and what I'm doing now is breaking down the profile of justifying where we could expect Bitcoin to end up. Where on this chart, logically, would we assume there's going to be interest? Just by looking at it, okay? A lot of people would go on the agreement that this range right here, which sits at the 34,789, okay, and the 38,000 is a point of interest where Bitcoin in principle should be holding, right? It should. Why? Because the market has a good memory. and it has price memory, which means that the same guys that were looking to pick up Bitcoin in this area here are going to be interested in picking it up again to effectively load up, right? So with that being said, let's go and have a look at this dirty image. Honor thy bids, okay? Honor thy bids. There is more concentration of bids to the downside and then there is sellers to the upside. Now, usually what happens is when the market shows one side is dominating the other, usually the opposite happens. Because if the commitment is already there, it means that it's not going, okay? And if it's not going from this point, then the good chance is that they could actually mark price higher up, which thus would be moving the bids even higher. That means if the bids get filled at a higher point, market maker is effectively able to sell from the highest point. So then that means if these bids end up getting filled and price is moving higher and they move their bids higher, then that means market maker, if he's sticking to the tone of dropping price, he's going to rip those liquidation points for those guys who are buying Bitcoin, okay? So let me just conceptualize it or put an image to it to help you understand. Here are the bids right now, stacking up. And you've got price doing this. Price is dropping, happy days. And now we've got this movement back up. At the same token, here is where the sell orders are being triggered. Understanding this is going to help you understand how likely price is going to go from one point to the next. So here are the bids, okay? When the bids are stacked here and loads of them are appearing, but price is moving up, it doesn't favor them for price to move higher. It needs to go down for them to get filled. At the same time, you're not really seeing that many sell orders coming in. So the market is hunting for liquidity to grab the interest of sell orders. In other words, to grab the offers. We're here, offer out to us. We're prepared to buy from you in principle, okay? Those guys are like, okay, let's start selling into these bad boys. So we then go back into this chart here and we can see, go closer and closer and closer, and we can see that we've just triggered an influx of sell orders, which was around 6 million order amount at 40,250. Think about it, quarter numbers, whole numbers, half numbers, okay? 40,250 is a quarter number. 40,500 is a half number. 41,000 is the whole number, okay? It's an impressionable amount, right? Beyond that, we had inside of here, where is it? 40,200. There was the same amount of 4.044 million order amount at 40,200. So we know something's brewing inside of this range, okay? We go at the top right here at 40,930, just below the 41,000 is offers at 9.84, okay? Now, there's not that much. We don't see clusters of sell orders other than when we go to the top side up here at 47,000, but I'm not interested in that because that bad boy's been there for the past day and 12 hours. It's good chance that it might actually get pulled and then added again because you can see it was been added over here, okay? And there is a potential for it to be removed, okay? Now, with that being said, we go back into this chart and we can see here that we have got this order right here, 38,300 with 20.87 million order amount. These guys have been in there for 2 days and 22 hours. They want to get filled, all right? So the market in principle, back to this chart, is going to mark price up to get these guys down here to cancel the order or move it up. And after they've moved price up to the upside, move away, man. After they've moved price to the upside, these guys down here are going to be compelled to say, you know what, I'm missing out on an opportunity. It might continue to go higher. I need to move my order. So then he moves his order towards this point right here. He then sees price come down and he's like, yeah, man, I'm getting filled. He gets filled. Price consolidates, encourages more people down here to believe that same logic. They load up their bids right here. Then what happens? Confirmation that you should stay in the trade, stop run to the upside, yippee-ki-yay, back down and eat the liquidity. The guy will be scratching his head saying, shit, man, I should have loaded up at the original point that I was in the first place. Because at the same time they go back down to that point, they would then effectively reverse back out and throw traders up and around. That is in principle the anatomy of what I believe to be the relationship between the bids and the asks. Because it's easy to say, looking at this chart and say, yeah, man, it's going to eat all that liquidity, just go short. But you've got to say to yourself, let me add more weight to that logic. Why are there more bids right here than there are up here, okay? Now, just because of what I've said doesn't mean that it must happen. It's conceptualizing the uncertainty, and we will never know what price will do. But over a period of time, you'll come to understand that as cycles evolve and as price moves, you'll kind of get a feel for where things are going. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, looking at Bitcoin statistics, non-stop, we had one negative quarter last year, okay? Now we're down minus 4%, which we started off the year, plus 2.5%. Now we're down, lost those gains for the year, all right? So Bitcoin pulling back would be okay. All right, so we've got to take that into consideration. Another thing to take into consideration. Yesterday, we were talking about people withdrawing from exchanges, okay? They have actually dropped significantly. The withdrawing transactions have dropped down, okay? So from yesterday, it was increasing, has now dropped down significantly, which could be suggesting that people are actually holding on to the crypto and, putting the crypto back into the exchanges per se, because they're feeling like, okay, you know, it's not looking good kind of thing, okay? But the idea is that if they're withdrawing from the exchanges and it's coming in lower, then we're going to assume that not many people are looking to withdraw from the exchange. So that's a little bit of a good thing and a bad thing, in my opinion, okay? Now, with that being said, quickly going over into, the liquidations. Now, Bitcoin, what's going on here? Okay, we've got some activity on the S&P and NASDAQ. Bitcoin liquidations, you can see that we're very close towards a lot of liquidations, especially on 100x leverage, which will be the orange lines right here. The bigger bulk of liquidations comes in at the baby blue, and then the light blue right here, where we've got these 10x. So remember, when it comes to leverage, the 100x requires less capital, okay? The 25, the 10x, they're the ones with more margin up front. They're the ones that they really want. The 100x traders not interested in making chump change. They're interested in making the bigger bulk of things, all right? So that's where the 10x and the 25x leverage comes into play, all right? So again, respect the bids, because behind each and one of these orders right here is going to be a buy order. These are long liquidations, okay? They are buy orders. We have to understand that, because you can't buy if no one sells. And you can't sell if no one buys. Your liquidation, when it gets hit on a long, right? What happens? It sells. In order for it to sell, who's there on the other side buying it? Market maker. The second you load up your position, it's already been matched against you. Welcome to the zero-sum game. One man's fun is another's hell. My friend of misery, Metallica. All my Metallica fans. Mad love. Anyways. What's going on? All right, then. Right, listen, if you guys, because this is my live, I'm not going live tonight, okay? Unless Bitcoin pulls a dirty move, I am not going live tonight. So if you want your altcoins, I would kindly request that we match the amount of viewers to the likes. If we can get 1,500 likes, I would really appreciate that. And I'll start bringing you some flavor on the altcoins, okay? Cool. Now, let's just have a look at the wallet inflow, outflow flavor. Let's just take a quick snap look at this bad boy. So what have we got? So we've got people, actually not bad. We've got some people loading up their wallets. Not bad. Yesterday, we had 544 Bitcoin taken out of wallets. And now we've had another 227 put back in. But we've been progressively putting Bitcoin into wallets. So that's not bad, okay? That's not bad. But we've had this here. Look, 4,500 Bitcoin withdrawn from wallets. Not good, man. They could be seeking liquidity, but they could also be moving it elsewhere. We don't know fully, and that's the thing about this. Let's go into the ETF game. Check this out. Bitcoin ETF tracker, right? So Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, of course, is at the top right there. And you can see that the volume is 761 million. We look at BlackRock. Okay, so BlackRock's iShare and what have you, it's, it's not really that much volume, but Grayscale's always going to be the one that has it right there, okay? But you can see all of this. Look at all these ETFs, all down. And we got some more ETFs pending. So look, you've got Ether, Ethereum, Grayscale Ethereum futures. The ticker symbol has been listed right there. And we've got a new Pando Asset Bitcoin Trust. That's another spot. And this is futures. Look, again, in front of you are ETFs that are going to be relying on Bitcoin's future volatility. That means these are synthetic ETFs. That means they're going to be volatile. That means they don't hold the Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency. Okay? Up here, you could see Pando Asset Spot Bitcoin Trust. These guys will be holding Bitcoin. Global X Bitcoin Trust, these guys will be holding the Bitcoin, okay? They're not relying on Bitcoin's volatility. But the rest of these futures, these guys are going to be synthetic ETF providers. You want to be very careful with that, okay? How is Sol looking? Nicholas, no problem. Let's have a look at Sol. Let's actually get into the flavor. Where we at? 500 likes. You don't want your altcoins? No problem. We'll just stick to Ethereum and Solana. Happy days. All right, then. So, Solana. Solana's made a nice move to the upside, okay? And we have got this drop, the retrace, and we've got the recovery of the vectors. Now, like I said before, Solana, okay, if you've taken my free course on the hybrid system, okay, and you go into the moving averages section, okay, I'm going to take you through it right now just to help you understand what the story is, okay? So there is a question which is going to talk about moving grace. Yes, okay, come on, move, come on. No, that's not it. That's not it. A few quiz with a few tips. Here we go. I failed my own test. I wrote the exam. What the hell? How do you fail? How do you fail that? Right, I just want to show you something. Okay. Here we are. All right, then. Look at this, all right? Now, I'm obviously showing you this, but this is really important, all right? When the EMAs are fanned, what should you expect? Just this description alone, with a few images inside of it, all right, is going to help you understand the flavor of what we've got right here, okay? And we've pretty much proven that many a time. Some of you might think, oh, look at that. He's got a nice little fan right there. Oh, my God. Just go back and tell me I'm wrong. Moving averages are laggard, but structurally they give you insight into the change in momentum, okay? And it helps. This is why I use the 50 EMA in terms of the cloud. I use it to say to myself, okay, how is price behaving? You notice the 50 EMA right here, okay? That's the 50 EMA. This cloud is not the 50 EMA. It's the cloud of the 50 EMA. It's like a volatility band. And as a trading strategy, I will not consider any longs, or if I do decide to load up longs hypothetically on Solana, okay? All right, we got some movement in the marketplace. Something's going on here. The market is now open. I just need to quickly take an eye on this. Hold on. So if price is behaving below the 50 EMA, sometimes I would look to try and take a long inside of this area, but only put half a position or even a quarter of a position to test the idea of me being right or wrong, okay? Now, if price does end up being in my favor, I've got a bit of a position in. I need to see it break above the cloud, okay? Look at the cloud right there. If it closes above the cloud, that's happy days. And remember the strategy, the first green vector candle above the 50 EMA, happy days. That's what we're looking for. But what's going on here with Solana is it's actually below the 50 EMA and it's near the range daily high. But we look left, we've got vector candles in principle that could be posing as a point of interest for us. So we've got to be very careful with this, okay? But we are already at we would already be at the range daily high when we get to that 50 points. So that's a confluence of what could be resistance. So just take that into consideration, man. Okay? Let's go back into BTC. Let's have a look at what's going on here. I have got all sorts of notifications going off on my computer, man. It's absolutely crazy. What is going on here? All right, then. So what have we got? Lola, happy days. Mad love. Okay. You sent a super chat. Hi. Yes. Where was your super chat? Plat AM, no worries, bro. Thank you very much, man. Okay, then. So let's have a look. What's going on over here? Let's have a look at how the market is reacting. Euro pumping up, ladies and gentlemen, going for that sweep. Bitcoin hasn't really done it just yet. So let's get to the 5-minute time frame and have a look at what we've got. S&P and NASDAQ are taking some profits across the board. There's a bit of a big sweep to the downside. So there could be some profit taking coming into play with a bit of a reversal on the S&P. You've got to be careful. Now, Bitcoin's showing a test of the daily open. Let's just quickly have a look at the book map to put things into perspective. We're getting above the daily VWAP, ladies. Jesus, man. All right, so Bitcoin is now moving back up and the sell orders are being triggered right now. So just take that into consideration, all right? That was a crazy cough right there, sorry. Could you have a look at FXS? Okay, let's have a look at FXS. All right, give me 2 minutes. Let's have a look at FXS. Jesus, man, that was crazy. All right, FXS is doing nice, man. Look at that. Okay, so this is kind of good. What you're looking for with this structurally, we are at the range daily high, so just be very careful. Expect a sweep from this range, okay? A sweep that might actually bring it back down again. So just be very careful with this because it is trading towards the range daily high, all right? So you may have missed the move if you haven't caught it already, but there could be one more bout of liquidity sweep to the upside for at least the $10.50 mark or in the next few minutes if it does continue to do so, okay? So just be mindful of that. Jesus, sorry guys, man, that's really messed me up. All right then, cool. So let's keep going on this. Where are the sell orders? I need to have a look at the sell orders that are coming into play. Here we go. So look, here we are. Sells are being triggered right now, ladies and gentlemen. Remember what we said earlier on about the bids wanting to move higher, all right? So their sales orders are being triggered as we speak. So they're transacting on that. That's coming at 1% more. All right, so we're looking maybe 40,930 could be on the cards if Bitcoin can sustain this. But just look at the 5-minute time frame. We've got news coming out in a bit, okay? There are sweeps, 1, 2, 3. If Bitcoin cannot surpass this point, we're going to have a bit of an issue, okay? So just take that into consideration, okay? Mark, Tino, Mad Love, yep, FX, okay, yeah, I've just done that, okay. We need you and your voice. Yes, I know. Let me just go and have a look at some other altcoins and have a look at where we are. Okay, then. So you're back in that range. That's fine. Okay, so the altcoin market, the most unusual volume that's come into the altcoin market is on spot on ACE. All right, so that's a little bit odd. Let's have a look at ACE. Here we go. Go away. Okay. So ACE, awesome. ACE and FXS is doing the same thing, okay? Get ready for a bit of movement. I would be expecting support inside of these ranges right here. So just be careful because we are at range daily highs. So if you do take advantage of something like this, make sure you're taking flipping profit and don't hold on to it because you're going to sell your nan and put everything into it. Have some due diligence, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Now, with that being said, let's just go over to USDT for a second. Swipe back down, green vector candle region right there. I'd expect them to try and come back into this area right here, 6.24%, because there's nothing much but other than this area down here at 6.1, which could be posing an interesting issue, not an interesting issue, but a good idea that they're going to start loading up crypto because they're getting it on the discount. But I want to see them hit more bids. This is Matic right now on the 5-minute time frame. And after a big significant drop to the downside, I would assume that Matic by the end of the week could end up at the psychological low, okay, if we're going in that direction, all right? So just be mindful of that. BNB seems to be the one that's not performing too well. It's consolidating sideways. I'm still looking for BNB to hit 380. That's my long-term projection. 378 is my price point. Let's have a look at the stable coin. Happy Days XRP. Gone down, spiked down. It's now working its way back up again. So anyone that wants a stable coin, go check this bad boy out. Lola. Thank you for your super chats, miss. Please. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's have a look at AVAX. USDT. What we got here? Can you check Pyth and Sue? No worries. Okay. Let's check out. All right, hold on. So AVAX coming into play. Now remember, with AVAX, there's a few things happening with AVAX right now. Let's have a look over here. So I've been paying attention to AVAX, and we've had 23 new developers. So that hasn't really changed much. That's the same figure. It's the same thing. Okay, so Torn has come into play. Pre, XM, OXP. Excuse me. All right, let's just go into it. Oh, man, I got to stop this. PYTH, USDT. Pyth Network, here we go. So 30 cents, 36 cents, trading sideways. We've got a W formation down here. I would be waiting for at least a few more green vector candles to appear on the 5-minute time frame. You're looking for this structure right here. A big sweep up. That's what you're looking for. It's going to be invalidated if it does actually work its way down towards this range right here. Just be mindful. You want to be protecting yourself inside of this area because it could actually reject from this zone aggressively. So just take that into consideration and go into SU as well. So SU, USDT. We'll have a look at that bad boy. Now, performing much better, okay? So you've got the sideways movement right here. And like I said earlier, we're looking for a sweep up. This hasn't taken its range daily high just yet. So there could be the promise that they could actually sweep up towards the 134 zone. So just take that into consideration if you're going to play this. Remember, the vector candle has just broken out of the range. People that are running longs right now are getting excited. Allow a retrace into the zone, okay? Retrace continuation out. It may be short-lived, but just be prepared for it, okay? Okay, what else have we got? Devi, please. I sent 2 super chats. Devi, tell me the ticker of what you're looking for. You're not typing in the ticker, Lola. Tell me what it is. Devi. What is Devi? Is that an asset? What is that? Lola, can you tell me what you put? Please comment what the ticker symbol is, because I can't see it. Have a look at UMA. UMA USDT. All right, UMA, here we go. $5.5. What were you saying? Tino, UMA to 5.8 or 6.1, then down. 5.8, 6.1, then down. Stick to the idea of what price is doing around the 50 EMA on this bad boy. Okay, go to the 1 hour time frame. Look left. What have we got? Historically, the biggest point of interest in the chart is at this W formation. Okay, I don't even need the hybrid system. There we are. So green vector candle region over here. So you're looking for price points at 5.382. If they cannot get above the 50 EMA, come on. If they cannot get above the 50 EMA, your 6.1, what was it? 6.1 might not be happening anytime soon. They may actually just sweep lower because there's clear resistances here. But pay attention to when it gets above the daily open. That's when the 6.1 will come into play. If it doesn't, then you're looking for lower prices, my friend. Mind taking a look at MMM. Had a very interesting move on the indices yesterday on the stock market. 3M company, here we go. Gap down. All right, so if the flavor is to start seeing the stock market going to the upside, I'm just having a look at order flow right now, and I can see, yeah, they're just trading sideways. Netflix has obviously gapped up, so they're going to be optimistic. This has gapped down on the 3M. We're looking for vector candle recovery. Remember, bids have been placed right now. They've sold, but people are also buying this bad boy up as well. So just take that into consideration. I'd be expecting them to try and sweep back up to effectively come into closing the gap at least. Okay, cool. What else have we got going off? Tino, create an OnlyFans and show us your vectors. Happy days. Devi, okay, so it is that then. Okay, so we're using this to effectively use it for staking, I'm guessing. Okay. I don't know what you want me to say about this one. I really don't know. It doesn't look like it's doing much but sideways activity. What you've got to remember is they're using this to effectively, if I'm correct, okay, just, it's not got really any volume that I'm really caught on, but just be mindful with this bad boy. What is this noise? All right, then let's just go back into Bitcoin. Bitcoin holding out right now, and we've got this little move to the upside. Go away. We've got this little holding right now on the daily open. Okay, so just be very careful with that. What time is it? News announcements will be out in the next 3 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So be mindful, okay? News will be out in the next 3 minutes on the Flash PMI. So get yourselves prepared for your positions, all right? And I'll be checking in with you all later tonight if we do get some good movement. If not, I'll be checking in with you all tomorrow morning, okay? But I'll keep you guys posted on the community posts if anything changes, all right? Trade safely, guys. Mad love and respect. I'm sorry. Peace.